Hey everybody, it's me, your boy 10 from Makeup and Music with 10, and today is another collection video. I'm excited for today's collection video. I'm going to be doing face and basically all face palettes. So I have some highlight palettes here, which I'm going to do separate from my highlight collection, because a lot of these are multi-use. You can use a lot of these palettes for highlighter, eyeshadow. You can do whatever you want. I have a couple blush palettes here. I've got some contour palettes and some, everything palettes. So I wanted to do this in one palette collection. I don't think I'm going to be decluttering anything. Once again, as with a lot of my other collection videos, I don't think I'm going to be decluttering anything, but you never know. So let's just jump right into it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with like the contour and face palettes. So this is a e.l.f. Erase and Conceal palette. And this just has all the color correctors in there. Bae uses this more than I do. I have my favorite color corrector that I use, which is the e.l.f. color corrector, so I don't go into this a lot, but as you can see, it's gotten a lot of use from Bae, so that's why it stays in the collection. And I like how creamy the formula is. So the next palette that I have is actually, I have two of the e.l.f. contour palettes, but one is cream, which this is the cream one, and one is powder. We've had this one for a minute. Two of the shades broke. So I don't use this one anymore because these two shades are too light for me, but Bae tends to use it, so that's why we keep it, and we'll keep it until, either it gets old or it's time for it to, or, we break the other two shades. But it's a really great formula. This is actually one of my favorite palettes ever. It had a great deep shade right here, and then it broke, and I actually cried because I didn't have anything that was deep enough to contour, and it just like depressed me in that minute because I was like, why don't they make enough colors for my black self? Black people, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. Y'all feel me. And so the cream contour one is my absolute favorite. I love this contour palette. As you can see, this is the shade I get into the most. It's the darkest shade in the palette. It is a beautiful contour shade. Oh my gosh, I love it. It blends out easily. This ain't going nowhere. As you can see, Bae gets a lot of use out of this contour shade here because, like I've said in my past videos, they're whiter than a toilet. I have used this before if I wanted a very light contour, but I tend to dip into this one a lot. I love this palette. The next palette that I have is this Col-lab Palette Pro Multidimensional Face Shaping Palette. I like this palette as well. It comes with contour, two contour colors, a highlighter, a blush, a sculptor bronzer, and a brightener. So it has everything you need. This is a great travel palette. Only thing about most Col-lab products is that they're very dusty, but with that being said, even though it's very dusty, they're really nicely pigmented, so I'm not mad at it for being a little dusty when the pigmentation's pretty good. So I like to carry this palette when I'm traveling. It has everything I need: blush, highlight, contour. If I so desire, I could even use this highlighter as a eyeshadow. I feel like I could use all of this as an eyeshadow as well. So I love this palette. The next is the Coverfx Perfector Face Palette. It comes with two highlighters, a brightener, a finishing powder, a contour, and a blush. So this is the shade light medium. I got this in boxycharm. I'm still pressed about this. When I did my boxycharm, I made it known that I was not light nor medium, that I'm in the deep/deep dark category, and they sent me light medium. So I don't get much use out of this, but the two highlighters are gorgeous, and I really like the two highlighters. The contour is useless to me. I can't use that. The finishing powder I feel could be used just as another highlighter, but I don't tend to reach for it that much. But with that being said, the formula is really good. It's just not for me. So Bay probably gets more use out of this than I do, but I'm going to keep it, especially for those two highlighters, because these two highlighters are redonkulous. They're really good. You know you can sit there, Sunny. The camera's not. It's over here.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I'm not on camera. It's just the products. So the next one is this Marc Jacobs palette that I never use. This is old. Bay brought it into the collection. It has a really nice deep contour color, and it actually is still like in very good condition. Like, this is old, but like this is still very good. The blush is really pretty, but it's more like highlighty to me. So I don't use this a lot, but Bay really likes this, so we keep it. So now we're getting into blush palettes. So I have 3 blush palettes, and the first one is this e.l.f. cream blush palette. It comes with these 4 shades. I like the formula in this palette, but color wise, none of them really work for my skin tone. I can make them work, but I guess the closest one that I could use is probably this color down here, because it's a little deeper, and I feel like I could maybe make it flatter my skin tone, and maybe this darker pink down here. I like the darker pink definitely, but it's a little light for me. But I really love the formula of these e.l.f. cream shadow palettes. They're so good. Okay, and then next I got this in boxycharm. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio in medium tan. This is another one of those ones where I'm like, I am not medium. Okay, I need something a little bit darker. So I don't ever get to use these 2 colors at all. They won't look good on me. But this one shade right here, Toasted, is gorgeous. And I use it all the time because it's the only shade I get any use out of. It's so pretty. I would love this if they gave me the tan deep one, or the deep or whatever it's called, because I know they have one. So I'm just still a little pressed that boxycharm keeps sending me stuff for lighter tones. I don't understand. Next is the Profusion Cosmetics Blush Palette. Ooh, I'm losing my voice. Beautiful palette. The only 2 colors I really care about are Confession and Great. Great is my favorite in the entire palette. The other ones are just a little bit too light, once again. Though I feel like I could use this one as a, what's the word I'm looking for? As an eyeshadow. I feel like this would be a great eyeshadow. Little dusty, but they're all beautiful. It's just, you know, it's just not my shade. Like, that's gorgeous. It's just, I don't know if I could rock that. I could use that as a highlight though. I'm gonna have to use that as a highlight. But yeah, Confession and Great are my favorite in the palette. The other ones don't really get much love from me, but my white ass partner can use it if they so desire. So, and then last, 3 more and then we're done. Oh my god, this might be under 10 minutes. I can do it. Okay, so this one is from Col-lab again. This is the Face and Eye Highlighting Palette. I really like this palette. I enjoy it a lot. It's a really, really great palette. Once again, with Col-lab products, very powdery. Very powdery. You got to be easy going into these. But the color payout, like this gold right here, is it's too pretty. Like, it has no business being that pigmented and that pretty. I don't reach for this one a lot, but it's not because I don't like it. It's because I have favorite single highlighters that I'm always using. That's why. But this is a great palette, and you can use it as an eyeshadow too. So that's why it's in my face, eye, everything palette, because you can use a lot of this stuff for many different things. And then I'm gonna save this one for last. The next one is the Face Candy Unicorn Glow Highlight Collection. I got this off of Shop Hush before they shut down. I'm so sad that they shut down. But maybe it's for the best, because I probably would have went broke. So I love this palette. I am not afraid to, you know, use icy colors. I think that anybody can rock icy colors. I don't think that just because, you know, I have darker skin, that doesn't mean I can't rock an icy color. Because I know that some black beauty bloggers don't like to use them because they think they won't flatter their skin. And that's like a personal preference. But for me, I could care less. And the last one, the best one in my entire collection, is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Foil palette. This is a face and eye palette. I have used this as an eyeshadow. I've used it strictly for highlighted. I've used these two shades as a blush. This is my, oh, I love this. I love this as a blush. As a blush, this is beautiful. As a highlight, I only use it when I want like a more natural highlight. This color in the middle, which is called Stone Cold, is just, this is criminal. Fenty didn't have to go rip my edges out like this. Like, this palette is amazing. I love this icy white color, Sub-Zero too. I rock that all the time when I'm trying to do a, like a Winter Wonderland type of look. This palette is too good. It's redonkulous. I love this palette. I wouldn't declutter this for anything unless it got old or something. But it's staying in my collection. In fact, everything here ain't going nowhere because despite some of it not being workable for me, it works for Bae, and I can sometimes make it work. Alright, y'all. We did that in 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Oh my god, this is awesome. Alright, y'all. Thank you, everybody who has watched my collection videos so far. Have a great day and stay gay.